Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. So again, as I've told some of those people whom I interviewed, yeah, Steps Allah, we have started a program for to interview reverts called the Glimmer of Hope. And Alhamdulillah, right? You are one of our students, right? So just want to introduce first, right? Your name, where you're from, and when did you took your shahada?
My name is Adrian. I'm from Transylvania, and I took the Shahada. It was October 2018 in Central Mosque.
Right. So how did you feel when you took shahada?
Um, it feels like you have a responsibility now. First time
Right.
in your life, you have a real responsibility,
Alhamdulillah.
and you don't know. You feel that you have to do something to fulfill that, but you don't know exactly what.
It's like purpose in life, isn't it true?
Yeah,
That finally, right? You know what life is all about, right?
yeah.
Now, so um, was it difficult? Oh, what? Sorry, what is the any particular reasons that you chose Islam and all this?
I can't really point on one thing,
Hmm.
but it was always uh, because I saw how things are going around me, and in my experience, I realized it has to be something more than this. That there has to be after death. There has to be a judgment, or it has to be a universal judgment on
Oh,
people.
accountability.
Yes, it can't be only this that we see what's going on in the world. So uh,
Okay,
yeah, there
and
was always this questions and this need to find something determined,
okay,
something
and
stable.
what were you before this? You were Catholics, Christians?
I was baptized in the Orthodox Greek Orthodox Church, but I I never bought into the idol worshipping and into the priest
Alhamdulillah.
worshipping. So I always stayed away
Did you
from
feel
it.
something different when you went to church in the sense that that
Um, Not really, not really. It was um, too much protocol and too much posturing in church. Because
okay.
you go to church as a Christian, you go to church only when someone gets married or someone dies.
Mm.
So on both events, there's certain protocols and
All
everything
right.
is staged. Really.
So how did your family accept it? Subhanallah. And as you know, right? Alhamdulillah, I came to your wedding in Malaysia. Thank you for inviting us and met all your beautiful family members. The day they seem to be enjoying the because your wife, Alhamdulillah, is from Malaysia, and the day they seem to be enjoying the culture and religion and I mean it seems to be accepting quite easily, isn't it true, compared to some other people reverts?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, I was very fortunate to have my family who, when I told them at first, they were a bit surprised, of course, but they're very open minded, and yeah, it got to the point where my mom fasted for the first week of Ramadan just to see what it
When this
feels
year
like
or last year?
this year.
Oh, subhanallah.
Yeah, so just to see what it's like. So
Okay.
and yeah, they learned a lot about Islam. Not that I've ever insisted on them doing so, but from their own will, from their
Alhamdulillah,
own
alhamdulillah. May Allah
intention.
guide all of them in the right path.
Amen.
And um so far, right, how many years have you been Muslim now? Sorry.
Almost two,
Two
almost.
years, right? I remember last year you were quite, I won't say complain, right? But you because the fasting was quite long, right? So in a
Yeah.
sense that there was a bit of struggle, right? Is this a better Ramadan than last
It compared to last year, it's different because well,
year?
we're all
Lockdown.
locked down. Yeah, but
Alhamdulillah.
it's better because I have more knowledge and
Yeah,
I
Alhamdulillah.
can I can observe better.
Alhamdulillah. And if I can remember also, like last year, right? Um, not many people, alhamdulillah, can achieve what you did in a sense of full Ramadan, right?
Yeah.
And I want to mention
Alhamdulillah.
what you
Yeah.
said at the end, right? Of Ramadan. But uh, this year, inshallah, right? Because of your more knowledge, it helps a little bit in your understanding of the deen, isn't it true?
It does. Yeah. It
Right?
does. It does, and you understand the tradition of fasting better. Like why was it prescribed for
Alhamdulillah. And
humanity?
of course, congratulations, alhamdulillah, that you completed your Iqra book, right? The
Mm.
book number 1 to 6. And
Jazakallah khair.
now, alhamdulillah, that you can able to recite the Quran
Yeah.
for the first time. Is it a lot of difference reciting in Arabic and in English or in your own language?
Yes, because in English, when I read the Quran in English, I read it to get the meaning of the Arab, the original version. But when you read in Arabic, you're reading directly how it was sent down.
Okay.
So yes, the way you're reading it and the intonations, it's something special. You can't compare it to
Yes.
a translation.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Now, besides the Quran and all this, what are the improvements that you have in terms of your Islamic practice? For example, are you able to be more focused on the salah? And alhamdulillah, and I know that right at the beginning, alhamdulillah, that you're preparing 5 times a day is not a problem, isn't it true? Right?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So what are the improvements that you have in terms of being more calm, being more, understand about qadar, we have COVID-19 now and all this, right? You are facing this, you know, um, furlough, isn't it true? You have all these
Yes.
issues
Yes.
and all this, right? Are you more patient, more accepting of
Yeah.
source of knowledge, right?
Yes. Patient, more accepting, and more aware.
Mm.
Um, more aware that this life is about tests, and you have to take everything as a blessing in a way, even the negative things, even the things that seem negative, because in the end you're gonna come out different after the test,
Yes,
and it's during those what you do in the test that will will decide if you came out closer to Allah or
it's true.
you went further from Him.
Mm. Alhamdulillah.
So I think being a Muslim gives you a far greater perspective than being narrowed down to a narrative that you pick and choose from
Mm.
people.
And of course, alhamdulillah. Remember last year I saw you a few times in the East London Mosque, right, for the Tarawih prayer, right? And now you're forced to be the imam of the Tarawih, alhamdulillah, every night, right?
It's a big promotion.
It
Very
is a
big.
big promotion. But how do you feel regarding that?
It's yeah.
I think there's a lot of goodness, isn't it true? I mean, of this, Allah His own plans, right? Because if not for this, you may not be able to, you would not, in the sense that try harder to memorize more things, because now you're the imam, you have to do every night. What? You're the imam of Zuhur, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr, and Tarawih, right? It's a lot of things to carry on your shoulders, especially for a person who is just took shahada about 2 years ago, right?
Yes. Yeah. Because yeah, I'm also um, in a way responsible for my wife's prayers. So because
Yes,
she's at
you're the
home,
imam.
yes. So feels like I'm running a mosque in a way. But yeah, it's a big promotion, and
Yes,
alhamdulillah, it's really good to do it. It gives
alhamdulillah,
you the full experience.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And of course, congratulations, inshallah, right? going to be a father soon, right? What, in the
Jazakallah khair.
next 2 months?
2 months, yeah.
2 months. May Allah
Inshallah.
subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for the mother, of course, right?
Ameen.
And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grandmother and the child good health, right? And guide the child to be a righteous servant of Allah, right?
Ameen.
So are you going to plan in the sense that to bring up your child, right, in a more conscious of Allah and all this?
Definitely. Um, Definitely. I want him I want to be a role model for him. So that that motivates me to push more and learn more um, and and make the best of my time, so I can be a role model. And then I think it's easier for everyone if the father is a role model, then
Alhamdulillah, inshallah,
the
inshallah.
entire family follows.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how stubborn they are. Inshallah,
Yeah.
eventually they follow.
Inshallah, inshallah, alhamdulillah. So, okay, last question, right? As I ask everybody of my the people different questions. If I give you the word dunya, give me a few words,
Dunya.
which is the world, of course. Those who do
Yeah.
and this, right?
Well, it's the test. It's like I see it as the examination room for the student.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a test that if you focus too much on the test itself, on the time you spend during the test, then you're setting yourself up to fail, because there's life after the test and there are consequences to the test. So it's
And it's very
really
short, isn't it true?
it's very short. It's very
Compared
short.
to our journey in the hereafter.
I remember when I graduated from high school and I had my baccalaureate at the end.
Okay.
And those 2 weeks, I prepared for a year for those 2 weeks and looking forward to it to be over. And now thinking about it, I don't even remember anything from those 2 weeks.
Mm.
So I think recently I read in the Quran, it says that when you're gonna after we die, we're gonna think back of this and think that it was you don't remember anything. It seems like a dream,
Yes.
like
And in some narrations, it's like people say, "How long have you lived in this world? One day, or perhaps half a day." So this is what life is all about,
yeah.
right? So jazakallah khair for this nice interview. Alhamdulillah. May Allah
Thank you,
subhanahu wa
Sheikh.
ta'ala continue to guide you and your family, and of course grant you a healthy baby. All right. May you be a role model family for the whole of humanity. May Allah
Jazakallah
subhanahu wa
khair.
ta'ala continue to grant all of you, and of course guide your family members in the right path. Right.
Thank
Assalamualaikum
you for
warahmatullahi
all your
wabarakatuh.
help, Sheikh.
Jazakallah khair. Take care.
Jazakallah khair. Salam alaikum.
Salam.